Oh my God, I was muted. Okay, folks, welcome to round number 4 of the North American Grand Prix Monday Night Championship, coming to you live from Monaco. We just clicked over to qualifying, and it's going to be a tough task for these guys here tonight. Brad, my partner here on Monday night, this guy's in for a world of hurt. This is one of the toughest challenges to date, and yeah, we've seen this many times. Been here, and I was talking last night. I think our record for guys in the lead lap was a couple seasons ago with 5.
Yeah, that's not going to set any records, but we're here. Hey, it's the 4th race of the season, and on Monday nights that means Monaco, and so here we are. It's hard to say, Al, if this car is going to help or hurt that, survivors to the lead lap situation by the end. The car actually feels great around this place. You strap on all the aero, put on pretty much any setup you want. You'll be able to get the thing around the course pretty well. And it's going to feel pretty good, too. Now, is that going to induce some guys to drive a little over the limit, drive even faster than normal? Well, I don't know, but it's a good opportunity to be able to keep it on track and get some good racing in here. So we'll see.
Take a look at the track map, total of 19 corners. Yeah, 3.358 kilometers. Race going to be 51 laps here tonight. And I don't know if you're familiar with motorsports and you know this track very well. It's been on the F1 calendar since I think day 1. But Philippe Samard's going to, last week's winner's going to lead us on to the main straight here, provide us with an onboard. Brad, take it away.
Yeah, Samard just been crushing in the week of practice here, particularly in the 3rd sector. We'll get there. First, we got a few corners to get through before that. I'm not going to name them all because I don't know them all, and I don't want to look stupid. We're going to climb up the hill here, and it's going to be a 3rd gear into the casino corner. Or 2nd possibly. Let's see if Samard flicks down a gear. Now, you don't have to really flick to the right. People do. I don't really know why, but on a set of course and sims in general, don't really need to. But nonetheless, don't have to worry about that road coming out here. The hairpin 1st gear. Whoa. Yeah, whatever. I tend to do it too. Like half the time, I think, well, wait a minute, why don't I? But anyway, coming up here to a tunnel, stuck through 1st gear through the majority of those turns there. That's not unexpected. Just a little rhythm section there. Really, you just don't want to screw up through that section. Now, you do want to get away with some pretty nifty late braking here coming into the New Bell chicane, if at all possible. Oh, interesting. Staying in 2nd gear, so Philippe Samard trying to keep the revs, trying to keep the speed behind it, not backed by a lot of revs. Coming through the swimming pool complex now, and you got to have the front end grip as much as you can possibly get around this place here, right? Barriers come at you just so fast and just so constant. Now, Philippe Samard has just been crushing, and I mean crushing in the 3rd sector. Half a second, Al, half a second faster than anybody else in a week of practice in that 3rd sector. Let's see what he comes up with.
And right away, his personal best, 28.558. So, to provisional pole goes Samard, his teammate Joe LaCour in the pit lane. He's 10 behind. Mark DeGraw about to start a flyer. Yeah, I was noticing on the practice leading up to tonight's race, it was him against pretty much everybody else. Carrying 20 kilograms on board is Samard, but he doesn't appear to be ducking.
Yeah, and it looks like there are some guys that maybe have not gotten the full downforce message. I'm almost positive, given those sector times and Smart in the 3rd sector is just maximize the aero. So that's probably part of it, but also is driving very well, clearly, driving better than everybody else so far in that 3rd sector.
Great run through the tunnel. A lot of guys, these guys using a lot of that curving. Now this is definitely, like you said, a nice rhythm section, very fast through here to the, I guess the swimming pool complex. John Houston just ahead of DeGraw here up on track, but DeGraw currently 2nd in the championship, having a great start to his season, 2-3 rounds, currently 2nd. Oh, we got a car turn around. It looks like might be Mascarelli.
Yeah. quickly. Also, draw getting no shortage of practice laps in around here.
Now putting in a boatload of time. I think he's tipping 275 laps total. But Houston was quick through the first 2 sectors, but lost a bunch of time. These guys going up in just 1 lap. Joe LaCour on a flyer here, coming up on a lot of traffic. David Riley just ahead of him on track.
This is so far about the best time that we've seen from Joe LaCour. I think he's gone a little bit faster, but has managed to get by that traffic. But so plenty of improvement, I would imagine, in store for Joe LaCour. And I tell you, I saw him watch. I watched a lap of his in practice, where he turned about this time, in mid-9, something like that, and it was crazy all over the place. So Ian Joe LaCour can definitely go a bit lower.
Matt Taylor quick through the first sector. Taylor carrying the most weight of anybody. 35 kilograms of ballast. That's the most we've seen so far this season. We saw 1.2 seconds off. So people tell Mac to pick it up in the chat, but it's tough when you're towing around all that weight.
Well, talking with that team, their pre-race, it sounded like they had a game plan. They were going to try to execute it. So I didn't hear any nerves or, resignation for this one. I think they're going for a good finish.
See, Matt Taylor up through the first 2 sectors. He's just behind Joe LaCour here on track. Joe LaCour really slow through the last 2 corners. May pick up a little time. And he's not. He lost a ton of time. Taylor, meanwhile, ooh, big lock up there. If he was contending with Omar.
Yeah, was stuck behind Omar there through the majority of the 3rd sector.
Oh yeah, lost nearly 2 seconds in that final sector. No doubt frustrating.
Oh, no doubt.
On an out lap. Houston currently at 4th. And Lemansky now on a flyer.
Mansky looking pretty good along with his teammates so far to start the season, but Monaco's a real test, right? Because anybody can go out of this place at any time, and you're taking a big points hit right there.
This is, Lemansky very quick in the first sector.
Yeah, again, see, I wonder if that is down to some aerodynamic choices, which could hurt him in the final sector. Pops up again.
Omar, yep. Making his presence felt again. This time in front of Lemansky. Oh, this is going to hurt Lemansky's chances here. Oh, and he's up big in the 2nd sector as well. Oh, Omar bouncing off the walls. That's not going to help Kevin here in this final sector. He had to check up a little bit. Taylor again quick to the first. Oh, Lemansky gets a piece of the wall. Meanwhile, Taylor jumps up to 2nd. Very nice lap from Taylor. Just 3.3 off. 369 off of Samar. That's a pretty amazing lap for Taylor. All that weight.
That is really good. Look, I think that's only the 2nd lap we've seen there in the 28s, right? So, especially as you say with that weight. But then again, it is Samard with some of that weight as well.
Just 2/10 off in sector number 2.
So looking good. Once again, it does seem to be coming down to that 3rd sector.
McGraw improves and jumps up to 5th. Ron Houston, meanwhile. A good first sector.
John Houston has been looking good. Parsons does pick up quite a few spots, jumped up to 4th provisionally.
Parsons was looking quick in the practice.
Yeah.
So I see him still pick up a couple positions as he's up there in the first sector. Oh, Houston battling a little bit of understeer. Ouch.
Yeah, trying to make up for some time, and it's just not working out. More time he tries to make up, the more he's losing.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that final sector. These guys are getting crushed by Smart.
Yeah, the sector times are really close everywhere else, and so I don't quite get it.
Parsons behind a couple tenths in sector number 2.
Having a better lap than he did last lap, which vaulted him up in that 4th spot provisionally, so good to be in line for a little bit more improvement, possibly.
Parsons, native of Australia, as he crosses the line. Yeah, he picks up a couple spots, up to 3rd now. Go in the session, take a look further down the running order here. John Houston in 6th, Lemansky running in 7th, but well, we saw him really up a lot a few laps ago in the first 2 seconds. Hang on board with him. He's up in the first second. Ran into some traffic, which is no doubt always an issue here.
Oh yeah.
Pole lap was set by Philippe Samar back in September 25th of 2017. Jordan 121.1. Not going to see that beaten here tonight.
No.
Okay, and Lemansky up in sector 2.
Yeah, so you got basically just these couple turns, and then the last
nice
couple.
exit. In the rear of the car to slide around. Pretty decent 3rd sector anyway. My vantage point.
Be a big jump.
Oh yeah. Lost a bit of time there in sector 3, but propels himself up to P4 for the time being. Gregory Myers up to 8. His teammate Joel Ekman running in 9. Sam Rowe currently in 10. John Watson running in 11. Jake Phelps are back in 12th. That's to redeem himself after last week's DNF. Oh, Chris Moses has made it in, so he is running in 13th. It's on 14th. Giordi are currently 15th. Chuck Carter in 16th. Leo Baldwin 17th. We haven't seen him since round 1. He is currently 18th, followed by Gomez, and then Colton Fox. Well, Lemansky's still on it here. A lot of green on the board, especially for Lemansky, up in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, a lot of green on the board in the first couple sectors, and I think that this is down to those guys running a little shorter on aero. They're getting a good run up through Beau Rivage and up the hill, and so that is going to make a difference on these cars.
Nice 3rd sector for Lemansky. This could bring him up to 2nd. Joe LaCour nips Taylor. Aha! Wow. 0.08 of a second off of Samar's time. Samar's not going to, like last week, he parked it in the pits. He's going to have to get on it.
Get back to work. Yeah, Team 80 and Joe LaCour now, of course, not too far off either. So the times are starting to tumble a little bit here, Al. It's turning into a bit of a fight.
Eye-opening lap for Lemansky.
Yeah.
Watson jumps up to 6. He's got a nice lap put in. Shake up here. DeGraw now back to 7. That's not where you want to be if you're some of these front runners here early in this championship. You want to qualify as high up as you can because it is very difficult. Oh, Oh, what? Bangs it off the wall. It is very difficult to get around people at this place.
Yeah,
So
almost
track
impossible.
position is key.
Yeah. Also, of course, Houston back there. Now, Greg Myers has gotten in quite a bit of practice, actually. He's showing over over 100 laps of practice? What? So,
I know. It's the world coming to him.
So he should be ready to go for this one as well.
Larson is even through the first sector. He's also holding first through section of track into the tunnel.
Yeah, Aaron, typically this has been one of his places over the years. It's done quite well here. Variety of different machines.
Oh,
that's not going to help.
not at all. As he caught a little too much of that side wall. Still a decent looking lap.
Yeah, it could be that he got kind of some of that zero damage that you get sometimes.
Lost it all. Samard coming back out in the pit, so he's trying to better his time, but has either run into traffic or has not been able to put down a decent lap.
Yeah, Philippe has abandoned actually a couple laps here recently when just behind on his time, just letting him get back in the pit. So there's no question that he's definitely looking to do better than he has done so far.
Position. He's not. Lose his time, but not going to improve his position. Light on practice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Did not show much there in a week of practice. I mean, I think my time was better than his after some 6 laps by pre-race. So
Carson's good. Another first 2 sectors put in, but coming up on some traffic here. David's on. Just bettered his time, but loses it at turn 1. Currently in 10. 7 minutes to go here. Time quickly winding down.
I saw Zahn up against the Armco once or twice there in the practice session, so hopefully that does not become a trend.
Up in sector 2. Let's jump on board with him.
Yeah, it's Matt Taylor with quite a bit more weight, but with the better starting slot provisionally, huh? DeGraw's looking pretty good here, though.
Very good. Yeah, he might improve his position. Well, he improves, but only good enough for 6, so losing a lot of time. Sector 3 is Joe LaCour now in the final sector, picking up his lap.
Yeah, Ian, always a good possibility for some late qualifying fireworks, right?
Yep.
Driving through the oversteer very well as Ian Joe LaCour there, coming around the last couple corners.
And he improves, but remains in 3rd. Houston's partner, Samard, unable to improve his time. He still remains P1 provisionally. Lemansky is out to start another lap here, but I tell you what, I think he has a shot at this, Brad. He was very quick in those first 2 sectors. have walked in ahead of him on track. Oh, he parked.
He was surprisingly quick, I would say, in the third sector, given those first two sectors. I mean, I completely agree. And you'd say, well, you'd expect a big fall-off if it's an aerodynamics type situation, but no, held it together very well in that third sector. So I completely agree. If you're Kevin Lukamansky, you got to be thinking, oh, well, why not me?
Championship leader Matt Taylor about to start flying lap here. He is down to fourth here. His teammate right behind him in fifth.
Yeah.
Up the hill into the casino complex. Go ahead, Brad. Sorry.
No, I suppose if you're Matt Taylor, you would like to start a little bit better if you could, but you know, you can't really expect more than like, you know, somewhere in the top 5. Yeah, you have to consider a top 5, I think, a pretty good success in this qualifying period with that weight, wouldn't you?
Oh no, for sure. As he's up in the first sector. But yeah, he's able to qualify in the top 5 to turn down a win for him. Guys using all of that chicane.
Yeah, actually got through there very well that time. I think might have advanced his time.
Ooh, he's up big in sector 2.
Yeah, I suspected.
Made a couple adjustments in the pit. So he negotiates these critical final 2 corners here. Good. Yeah, first one, and very nice through the last.
Yeah, this is good.
It's going to be a good lap for Taylor. Wow. To provisional pole. 0.05 of a second quicker than Philippe Samard. Philippe Samard, no doubt, has seen that. And he is on a flyer with just under 3 minutes to go. 3/10 down in sector 1. What an amazing lap for Taylor.
Yeah, a bolt from the blue. I mean, it's not like Taylor had not gotten plenty of clean laps in before that. Just managed to put one completely together that time. I can't imagine Matt Taylor thinks he can go much faster than that. Now we'll be needing some of that third sector magic that we saw in that week of practice. Some other guys, I think, figuring out the trick.
Samard handles that his final sector where it's been really quick. Oh! And he throws it on pole. Out of nowhere. With a 28.4, best Taylor by 0.02 of a second. Lemansky up big. Whoa! He was up big in the finals, in the first 2 sectors, but a little too much throttle on exit of the final corner. Now, he's going to stay on. He's got a $1.50 left to go. This might be it for Lemansky. Let's see if Rolf goes for the second one.
Sam actually had pretty decent times there in the week of practice.
Lemansky pushing a little too hard. Oh, Sam. Using a lot of curve. In fact, I think that might have been a little too much. Pretty substantial cut right there for Rolf.
Hey man, when you're living the purple dream, you just let that stuff ride.
Let the magic happen.
Yeah.
And he bails on his lap. So 1 minute to go here. We'll have time to get one more in. Samard will as well. Lemansky, he's done. He's parked. That's unfortunate.
Well, he's out of it for the pole position, but he's still going to be having himself a mighty fine starting position.
First sector. Sam Rolf pulled into the pits and is back out on track without enough time to start a flying lap. So Big no-no there for Rolf. No better than that. Well, hopefully he doesn't get in Joe LaCour's way here. Houston up big in sector 1. So is Parsons.
That team needs this.
Right behind Joe LaCour is Parsons. Joe LaCour up in sector 2. Samard up in sector 1. Here's Houston. Rah up in sector 1. Jeez. So is Taylor, my God.
That's great. They're throwing body blows out there, throwing haymakers.
So what's Joe LaCour going to do?
Slightly, maybe.
No improvement for Joe LaCour. Parsons comes out. He beats DeGraw, Houston, to the last 2 corners. Lost a little bit of time in sector 2. Lost a bunch of time. DeGraw up in the first 2 sectors. Taylor up big in sector 2. Ooh, DeGraw has parked it. Oh, Taylor's got it turned around. And Samard betters his time to a 1:28.3. So Samard looks like it's going to be 3 in a row for pole positions here. Yep, looks like that's it. It is in the books. Philippe Samard with the 1:28.3. It's over a 10th quicker than Matt Taylor in second.
Yeah, fun stuff, Al. I tell you what else I like aside from that. Those guys trading those body blows on the shootout for pole position. I like the fact that the top 3 guys are one of each of the top 3 leading teams in the championship chase at the moment, right? So got a good fight going on up front.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the top 6 all in contention there. So very exciting finish to that qualifying session. So time's gonna run out here before we switch over to the warm-up or the countdown for the race. We'll have 3 minutes before we go green. Quickly run down the point standings here on Monday night. Matt Taylor, who's going to be starting second tonight, he leads with 62 points. His teammate Mark DeGraw in second with 56. Ian Joe LaCour is third with 47. Lemansky in fourth with 40. And Joel Ekman in the top 5 with 37 points. Ekman, where does he start tonight? A little further back, Brad, huh? He's back at 13th, but let's see how he's been having some great starts to his races through the first 3. All right, the team championship, Captain Clutch, that's Matt Taylor and Mark DeGraw. They're leading with 118 points. French Connection in second. Ian Joe LaCour and Philippe Samard with 74. Wonder where they'd be if Samard didn't have those 2 issues for the first 2 races. Anyway, Squeaky Wheels, that's Jake Feemster and Kevin Lemansky. They're third with 64. Right behind them, Global Sites Taxi Service. That's Greg Myers and Joel Ekman with 63 points. And T-Brock Dam Bam, Aaron Parsons, and John Houston are fifth with 47 points. Pretty, the team champion we always talk about is still very early. They, Captain Clutch out to a pretty big lead right now, but what DNF here and there, it could change the whole dynamic of that team championship. So still a long way to go before that one's going to be decided.
Well, and particularly at a track like this, right? I mean, look, you look down at Global Sites Taxi Service, and you look at them on paper, and you say, well, no, come on, But you come to a place like Monaco, it doesn't take but one Philippe Samard or Ian Joe LaCour to go out of the race in DNF or Matt Taylor, and you bring both your cars in the points, you're gaining massive points again, right? So it's Monaco, and that kind of stuff happens. I'm just excited for this championship and this race tonight. It's going to be a good one.
So last time he raced here, like I said, back in September of 2017, Aaron Parsons took the win. Best lap of the race was Philippe Samard with a 22.4. It was Parsons, Moses, and Samard your podium. Race lasted 1 hour and 12 minutes. Only 5 guys on the lead lap. We'll see how it turns out here tonight. Hopefully these guys can maintain their composure here and drive clean and stay out of trouble. All right, Brad, let's take a look at the starting order here tonight. For this race, it's going to be Philippe Samard, your pole sitter, followed by Matt Taylor, who is going to start in second, followed by Kevin Lemansky in third. Ian Jolicoeur is starting fourth. Aaron Parsons is going to start fifth. You copy, Brad? Oh, might have lost Brad. In sixth is going to be Mark DeGrasse. Seventh, John Watton. John Houston's going to start in seventh. Eighth. In ninth is going to be Greg Myers. David Zahn in 10th. 11th is going to be Jake Feemster. Sam Rowe's going to start in 12th. Joel Ekman back in 13th. Chris Moses starting in 14th. Iggy Chiordia in 15th. Chuck Carter starting in 16th. Dale Baldwig in 17th. Omar Gomez in 18th. David Raleigh is starting 19th, and Colton Fox is going to be bringing up the rear in 20th. Let's see if we had someone jump coming late. Nope, but 10 seconds to go here. We're about to go green from Monaco. And we are away. Decent start. And these guys going into turn one. Ooh, it looks like DeGrasse with some contact with the outside wall. Exiting turn one. These guys make their way into Casino. Single file through here. Ooh, Colton Fox with an amazing start all the way up. Already up to 13th. As through the hairpin into the tunnel. Samard, Taylor, Jolicoeur, and Lemansky. Lemansky dropping a position. Back. Taylor under heat right now from Ian Jolicoeur for that second spot. Lemansky. Fourth, Parsons. Looks like Watson has picked up a spot. He's worked his way up to sixth. Myers running an eighth, followed by Houston, Jake Feemster, and David Zahn. Brad, you there?
Yeah, I just got back.
All right, nice. Thank God.
It's not being terribly cooperative.
It happens. Taylor continues to come under intense pressure here from Ian Jolicoeur. This is for second. Looks like the start's been pretty clean. Colton Fox with an amazing start to this race. Jumped up to 13th. It's now, he's in the pits. He's falling back down to 20th. So I'm not sure what happened here to him. As Ian Jolicoeur looks like he's made some contact with the wall entering the tunnel. So Greg's got Houston behind him, Joel Ekman putting the heat on Chris Moses. This is for 12th. Looks like Moses has picked up a spot. Back up front, Taylor and Joe LaCour. So this is going to be an interesting race here between these two guys. Is Taylor on the hards, Joe LaCour on the softs? I'm not sure about this decision, Brad. You mentioned the softs probably wouldn't go halfway, or not a good selection for a tire to go halfway, but Joe LaCour opting to jump out on the softs.
Yeah, so look, it's going to be our standard one stop, probably hards to softs or softs to hard, or the two stop on the softs. It looks like there's no way. We're around the paddock and that the soft simply won't make the distance halfway. I mean, you can make it, but you're losing 3 seconds a lap for 3 to 5 laps, right? Just bored that. So.
Myers, most of the field on the hards, except for Joe LaCour. Interesting call there. LaCour having a look on the inside at the chicane on Taylor. Oh, there's some contact between Taylor and Joe LaCour. Joe LaCour's going to have to wait. Oh, gets into DeGrasse, rejoining the track. That's a very tough spot to have an incident.
Does have some suspension damage as well, so he'll surely have to get that taken care of.
Who's that? Joe LaCour or
DeGrasse?
We saw DeGrasse last season run a full stint with a bent suspension and still make passes and do well. So we'll see how he manages the damage at this point.
Yeah, he's going to take it at least one more lap. So you're absolutely right. Yeah, big shake-up there. Well, you know, the good news that both the guys are still running, and he had his viewer chime in with lots of cars already in the wall, so, you know, you can recover spots.
Well, we got a train of cars behind Chris Moses for that 10th spot. Ekman all over Moses. With DeGrasse. LaCour in the mix as well. This is all for the 10th position. And that's just a tough place to make a pass. It's probably your best opportunity to get around somebody is at the chicane. I think LaCour now with a run on DeGrasse going into the chicane, and DeGrasse allows Joe LaCour by. But that could have been a lot worse for Taylor. Taylor, with the contact, still not got spun. He managed to keep going there. Still lost some time to Samad. Samad now up to nearly 9 seconds up on Taylor for second. But you can see here, Joe LaCour desperate to get around. Joel, I think the only guy out here on the sauce.
Sure, you would assume that the Matt Taylor damage would be relatively minor, right? So hopefully he'll be able to make it to his regularly scheduled service.
Yeah, Cup, and I agree. It did look strange. It looked like he gave him room and then maybe just lost sight of him and kind of got into him. I'm not sure, but it was.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. It is Moses now holding up a bit of a train, and he's not going to be concerned too much about that. That's going to be up to the guys behind to try to sort it out for themselves, but looking for some nervous moments back there. Yeah, it's hard to say. I didn't get enough laps in here. Look, with a lot of the cars that we've had over the last couple seasons out, you're going to hit the wall, okay? So you're thinking, all right, so if I scrape the wall this many times, then that's acceptable enough. I don't know how it is in these cars exactly, but it could be something similar here. So you can expect to come up with minor damage. And I tell you, these guys, they're prepared for this race. they've gone ahead and taken some straights off the walls and still ran their laps. Make sure they don't crush them.
Joe LaCour made the pass on Ekman at the straight line of the chicane and gave up the spot, which is probably the safest move. So rather than get into it with somebody, that's a smart move. Speaking of getting into it with someone, Joe LaCour and Moses got into it last week entering the corkscrew at Laguna Seca. Not turn out well for Moses, so tell you what, Joe LaCour is making passing around here look easy at the moment.
Yeah, he's looking for a way by here through some of these corners. Just not gonna ever happen, ever, through any of those particular corners that could possibly happen up here. But other than that, Al, you know how it is. You've run the place before and run it well. It's going to take, in general, a mistake from your competitor in front. Or doing something, there you go. There's your mistake.
Yeah. Moses getting a little tail happy there. LaCour scoops by. Worth mentioning, John Watson currently running in fifth. This guy's running very closely together. Lansky, Parsons, and Watson. They're starting to close up on Matt Taylor in second, so we're going to have a train of cars there for that second spot.
Yeah, I was going to say worth mentioning Watson in fifth. I'd say also worth mentioning that they are closing. They are gaining, gaining some ground here, yeah.
On board with Watson.
So, a relatively good start for some of these guys. Obviously, Joe LaCour and DeGraw getting put back a little bit. Taylor with some damage. Not great stuff for those guys, but by and large, not such a bad start here for the field. And the opportunity to kind of get settled down and work into this race. It's tough enough, right? You do kind of want to get into a place where you can start.
Oh, DeGraw has fallen back to 13th. He's got it spun. Sorry.
Oh. Quickly finish the thought there. You really want to start racing the track at some point. There is somebody on the car.
Carter makes his way past.
Yeah, so hopefully now they can kind of settle into a rhythm that, they'll have their battles periodically out there on track, some tense moments, but hopefully they can go into survival and consistency mode now and make it to their stop. First goal.
So also great start for Sam Rolfe and Jake Deepser running 8th and 9th at the moment. Rolfe trying to put some pressure on Jake. Parsons closing up slightly on Lemansky. These guys have been running pretty close together now for a number of laps. Houston closing up on Greg Myers for 6th.
Boy, that second through fifth battle, that is a pretty tense one and pretty close as well. Absolutely right about Feimster. And boy, if memory serves, Feimster started back there in 14th or something?
Yeah, Joe LaCour has joined this group of cars. Sure how far these guys can go on a full tank. Halfway point for these guys would be around lap 25 or 26, depending on strategy. Some may take it deeper, I'm not sure.
Basically, it's looking like, from what I've heard, anybody that's starting on the hards is going to take it deep, okay?
Oh, Rolfe. Ouch.
Yeah, finally.
That's fast. These guys are making it easy for him.
So it's going to be over halfway on the hards, long to a shorter stint on the softs, okay? Or softs and then the hards. Anybody on the softs, well, they have the possibility of possibly making 2 stops.
I'm kind of surprised by Joe LaCour's strategy. If these two stop him, generally there's nothing there. So we'll have to see if he can somehow, I don't know, maybe he figured out how to make the sauce last. As he looks now on the inside of Jake Beamster and gets by Jake. Why can't I ever do this when I'm racing?
Well, Joe LaCour had a good run there off Casino, and it was a bit of a slow get off the corner there for Jake, and some late braking, and there you go. Nice pass.
Meanwhile, Ekman is still down. Chris Moses with 11. Check this. Cameras are bad. Back on board with Houston. He tries to pass Greg, but Greg's not making it easy.
No.
Times 5 for Greg in the 33s. Houston also in the 33. Lap in the 32s. Samard's best lap so far, 29.8. Followed by a bunch of very consistent laps there in the 30s. Taylor, a little bit slower in the 31s.
Yeah, maybe to be expected, you know, on race pace with the weight. So for Matt Taylor.
Often running in the 31s as well. A good showing here.
Yeah, and Parsons is not getting away, which, you know, you might expect maybe. But I don't know, maybe all these guys in this group here are kind of in conservation mode, willing to kind of just play follow the leader for a bit. Maybe.
Joe LaCour now quickly catching these guys up.
It's going to be a tough task. These are going to be much more difficult passes for Ian Joe LaCour than the last couple have been. Myers will pretty much not make a mistake.
Jump on board now with Joe LaCour all over the back of Houston. LaCour having a look on the inside. Houston's not going to give it up that easy. This is when things get tricky for Joe LaCour.
Yeah, and it is. Boy, there is a lot of pace, and Joe LaCour's not holding anything back. He might be right about this two-stop strategy. I think that is a possibility for Ian Joe LaCour. I don't think he would really be pushing maybe this hard and this aggressively were he not on a two-stop strategy.
Joe LaCour's laps here. 31s. Lap of 31.6. So
the only thing I'll say is look, if you can make it like a third of a race distance, you can probably put on enough fuel to make it to the end, right? So you could slap on the hards and a full tank of fuel and make it to the end. But I don't think you're necessarily locked into that two-stop strategy for Ian Joe LaCour, but you know, you do have some damage. I mean, it has plenty of pace. So you're thinking, well, maybe you want to stop the damage, and two-stop strategy works out well for that, but dude is not holding anything back.
Whoa! That
Yeah, I've been doing that quite a bit there.
composure here under this pressure.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it last week. Who was the fight he was involved with? Who's behind him? Like all was it Ekman? I can't remember who it was, but yeah, Greg is not going to make a mistake. He's going to run to a particular lap time, and that's what's going to happen. You need to find a way to make a run off a corner and get alongside, or else you just never make it past until he stops. Yeah, so that's kind of what you're looking at.
Well, this battle for third is really tight now. Between Lemansky, Parsons, and Walker. Walker doing a great job hanging with these guys back. This battle a little further back. Joel Lacour. Lap 13 now. At some point, these softs are going to start to fall off, I suspect.
Yeah, word around the paddock is they can make it, 20, 22 laps, but they get really super horrible, like right away, and you're kind of holding on for dear life when they completely let go. We've seen that in the past. Some great battles still out on track, and I suppose if you aren't thinking about two-stop strategy, you might want to think about running one of those stints a little longer, right? Especially if you're one of those guys kind of held in traffic a little bit.
A little further back, Joel Ekman still struggling to find a way past Chris Moses, who runs in 11th. Rome in 10th. He's been battling with Jake Feemster for a number of laps. So this our normal races here on Monday nights are really tight together here. Joe LaCour gonna have a look on the inside. Nope. Thought about. No, side by side into this final corner is not gonna happen. Ian with the run on Houston. This is where things can get interesting. Ian gives up the spot.
Yeah, Houston, a pretty savvy move to try to manufacture a passing opportunity. Almost had it pulled off. If he were another tire width, I would say up alongside, Greg would have had to have backed off there. So pretty darn fine attempt there by John to try to alleviate that pressure from behind. That's his primary motivation right now. It's not the spot of Greg, but rather just to get the hell away from this whirling dervish filling his mirrors behind, I would think.
I didn't notice, but we've got 3 drivers out so far. Rally, Fox.
Fox, one of the earlier ones, I did see his name pop up right when I rejoined. Unfortunately.
The best battle on track, though, right now is this position for 6th. So someone asked if this was Jesse. Ian, into the pits!
Yeah, lap 15, I mean, well within a 2-stop window, right? So
Let's see what Ian elects to do here. If he comes out on the hards to go the rest of the way, or stays out on the softs. Back out on the softs. So looking like a 2-stop strategy for Ian.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, kind of being held up a little bit and not able to maintain maximum pace. I mean, that's what you want to do when you're on a 2-stop, right? You have extra stop you have to make. But, man, he's showing great pace, at least over 6th place, right? So maybe he's just thinking about get back to the top 5 after the mistake and maybe better, but we'll see.
up slightly on Lemansky. So we haven't checked in with our leader in a while. Currently running comfortably in first, 18.5 seconds ahead of second place Matt Taylor. A little behind Taylor is Kevin Lemansky in third, followed by Parsons, Walker. Fifth. Sixth is Gregory Myers, John Houston in seventh. Jake Beeps are running in eighth. Sam Rolfe back in ninth. Moses is now running in the 10th position. Joel Eckerby right behind him in 11th, and then at 12th it's Mark DeGraw. Another three-way battle here. In 13th we've got Chuck Carter, followed by Ian Jolicoeur, who's the first person to pit. Currently in 14th, Iggy Chiordi are running in 15th, followed by Omar Gomez and Dale Baldwin. So attrition here has always been a factor. The race, like I was mentioning earlier, 170 kilometers. Our normal races on Monday nights are 200 kilometers. This track, Formula One's distance is 170 kilometers. Oh no, it's 17. But yeah, this track race is long. Normal races on Monday nights, 200 kilometers around, about give or take an hour. An hour 15. So Walton now into the pits on lap 17.
Interesting. Okay.
I did not notice. Was he on the softs?
Shoot, unfortunately, I forgot to mark it down mentally, Al. I missed it. I gotta assume he was.
Oh, I wonder if he's running the same strategy as Jolicoeur as he rejoins on the softs. Beat out Greg.
Look, there were plenty of guys responding a bit to chat in that who thought that a two-stopper on the sauce was a perfectly legitimate way to go this week. So I'm not too surprised to see guys doing the double sit on the sauce. Basically, oh, my laptop just blue screen. Huh. It's the first time that has ever happened.
Ooh, Houston having a look on the inside and gets the pass made. Finally gets around Greg Myers. Very nicely done, and nice job by Greg. Did not force the issue. And Samad now in the pits from lap 17.
Well, there you go. So
he's coming out on the softs, Brett.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's running a two-stop strategy. It's not surprising talking with the guys I talked to.
Well, why would he come out on started the race on the hards?
Are you sure about that? He might have started on the softs. I think he probably did start on the softs. I just don't think we noticed it.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I think he was probably on the softs.
Failed to notice that.
Well, it happens. Not the end of the world. However, it was still a question in my mind if people were going to take sauce and then do a long spin off. The one thing we know is that the sauce won't make it halfway. Everything else is up for conjecture, and it puts Matt Taylor in the lead. So hey, ourselves a little race here in Monaco now.
So, we'll see how this plays out as Taylor is your new leader. Must have had a problem last time by 151. Taylor. Oh, I'm sorry. 31.7 last time by. His best laps at 30.9. So, this is for position here. So, Samad eventually, on the soft tires, should pick up some time on Taylor. I don't think Taylor's going to let him pass.
Oh no. No.
That's...
No, it's
I I think Samard was hoping to get out in front of Taylor here after his first stop.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's, of course you'd hope that, but you know what, given that Taylor had a bit of a run-in and was probably lost a few seconds because of that, but I mean, you can't really count on that stuff anyway, right? So, no, you run your strategy, and these guys, hey, they did the math and worked out their lap time, pit stop delta, blah, 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 and clearly they felt that it was the better way to go, and I guess we're going to see if it is. I mean, right now, if you give pace with the pace of Philippe Samard relative to Taylor, what we saw in the first stint, then he does have Taylor covered. It's just that, you know, he's not back in front of him right at this moment. He's probably going to have to try to make the pass on track at some point, right? But we'll see.
Yeah, so Taylor will probably... it's going to be hard for Samard to get around him. And then you got lap traffic to contend with here at some point, you'd imagine. So, see how this plays out for Samard. And Jolicoeur. Jolicoeur now, he's already pitted, but back in 13th. Samard in second.
You take those, you opt to run the two-stop strategy if it's close either way sometimes too, because you expect maybe, you know, you are going to scrape a wall or two, and so, you know, you might as well come in and get that stuff repaired up anyway. It's kind of an extra little safety margin sometimes around here.
Just tuning in, we are watching round 4 coverage of Monday Night Grand Prix Open Series from Monaco. Did you have a little condo over in Monaco, Brad? A retreat you go to every once in a while?
I had to sell it. Too many, making too much noise. Prince wasn't happy. The king, excuse me. But you know, that's okay. I sold it to Kimi Räikkönen, so he's doing all right.
So, Ekman, I'd say for the last, 18 or so laps, on the gearbox of Chris Moses, unable to get around. Had a few looks, just unable to make it work.
It's been an intense battle, and it does get to wear on you after a while. So Houston did get past Greg Myers. Did we see how that happened?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Great. Good.
Ooh, here we go. Now things get interesting as Jolicoeur has caught up to these 3 guys. Moses, Ekman, and DeGrasse.
Well, if he can manage...
Tighten your chin strap. Go ahead. What?
I mean, who knows what over halfway with the hards is to a short stint on the softs, but it's got to be, they don't want to run more than 20 laps on the softs, right? So it's got to be running at least another 10 laps, I would say. So yeah, Ian will be wanting to get past.
Oh, and he's having a look on the inside of DeGrasse here up at the top of the hill in the casino.
Yeah. If there's one guy Ian wants to be a little careful with, it's probably Mark. But
just about threw it in there. No doubt Mark looking in his mirror and saying to himself, not Ian again. Come on.
Well, it was an awful tough spot to rejoin from. There's no question about it. It's so... Okay.
Goes into the chicane, and DeGrasse just says, have at it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Samard now has closed up on Taylor. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say just, fair enough. That's pretty reasonably expected. Got up alongside. There you go. Job done.
Oh, Ekman just moved over for him.
Yeah, he's kind of forced to move over. Not sure it was his intention to move over. He had to stay moved over.
I think Moses will be as cordial. But, we'll see.
But nonetheless, if you're Ian, that's great job getting through the first two relatively easily, right? Masterfully done.
Quick look up front. Samard under a second behind Matt Taylor.
Yeah, a couple obviously great battles going on, clearly. Felipe, he wants to make this pass as well. He does not want to be held up at all behind.
Ian having a look on the inside of Moses. And gets the pass made. Wow.
Nicely done. Carved him up, and now they rejoined. Ooh, Ian did clomp off the wall there, but...
Working lap 23 of 51. We expect some of these guys perhaps to come in the next couple, 3 laps if they choose to go halfway, but we've noticed it's not generally the case here on these one-stop strategies. Advantage of filling up the tank and running as far as you can into the race. It was a shorter pit stop. Less fuel to take.
Yeah, I don't think one exception could possibly be Chris Moses, only because maybe not as much practice, right? And kind of strategy thoughts in preparation for the race. But I think we'll see everybody else that's on the hards take it past halfway for that shorter stint on the softs.
The Ian show continues as he's closing up on Sam Roll. Ninth. Rolf has lost a bit of time to Jake Feebster, so I'm not sure if he's made a mistake or what. But let's jump on board now with Samard as he is closed up here on Matt Taylor. Hey, you watch Samard, the two teammates, Samard and Joe LaFleur. Samard very smooth and a lot of these corners. Meanwhile, Ian, he's hanging the rear end of the car out basically every corner he's going through.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sam Rolfe did make it. Well, unfortunately for Ian, he made it easy. Unfortunately for Sam Rolfe, he binned it into the Armco. I think under that duress by Ian Jolicoeur, and has actually fallen back to 13th at the moment.
He has fallen back a couple spots.
But you're right. So next up for Ian Jolicoeur there in the 9th position, trying to hound down now 8th Jake Feemster, and it has been a nice run for Jake Feemster. I mentioned that starting position was quite a ways back, but still running pretty good there at 8th, Al.
Yeah, definitely needed this result after last week's DNF for Feemster. They're in the heat of it in terms of the team championship, so they need all the points they can get. So right now it would be, looks like Parsons and Houston running 4th and 6th. They'd pick up some points. And these guys, should DeGraw and Jolicoeur finish further back. Close now is, a little lift there from Samard. Taylor. This is up there at the chicane, and that's given Samard the lead. I wonder what happened there for Taylor. Maybe he just had a brain lapse. Just lost sight of where he was.
Well, it's easy.
He's supposed to break.
Yeah, easy to do. I don't know if he made a contact with any Armco or anything. If he didn't, then really he's getting off pretty lucky, really, to make a mistake around this place and not come up with that damage. So, job pretty well done, given pace on track. Really, was able to hold him up a little bit. And Matt Taylor will be preparing for his pit stop coming up, probably just within 2 to 5 laps, I would say.
So this has been a pretty phenomenal race, and you know what? With between Moses, Ekman, and DeGrasse, Ekman has been quite a revelation this season in terms of his consistency and his performance. Great job here chasing Moses down and trying at least to get around him.
Yeah, well, Joel Ekman has no shortage of a sim racing background, so there's no question of the pedigree, right? I would say that it has definitely been a resurgent season. Oh, Dale Ballwig looks like he is in for service. But yeah, no surprise. I think maybe the surprising thing is being in this position in the championship and still having the wherewithal and patience to sit behind Moses all these laps. I'd be going crazy. I would have to change strategy or something. And so my hat's off to them. I don't know what to tell you.
Has made his way past Jake. Let's see if Jake's got any damage. Looks like it was a clean overtake. So, Samard, what lap did he come in on? 17, right?
Yep, thereabouts.
So he still has to make a stop. Taylor has one more stop to make, and the gap is only 1.7 seconds.
Yeah, it'll be a longer stop for Matt, right, on his one stop, and we assume would be. No, it will not be a longer stop. Take
Greg
that
Myers
back.
in the pit, so this is a good gauge here. Greg Myers is in, Mark DeGrasse in. Myers with a 13.7 second stop comes out on the hards to go the rest of the way. Let's see what DeGrasse does as he's in the pits now. A bit of a longer stop, maybe repairing damage, and he comes out on the softs to take it the distance, I imagine. Lemansky is in. What's Lemansky gonna do here? So we got the timing working for everybody.
Yeah, this is a long way to stretch the softs, really, and so I did flick to Greg Myers. He stayed on the hards. Kevin Lemansky as well, staying on the hards, Al.
Just under 16 second stop. Rejoins in fourth. Let's keep our eye on Taylor here and see when he comes in.
I think for Matt Taylor, he's definitely going to take it long enough to put on the softs. I mean, I didn't hear from anybody. I mean, I heard, dire warnings of lap 20, 21, something like that. You definitely don't want to be on the tire. So I assume Taylor's going to take it at least to 31.
Let's see, Wathen, he is on a two-stop, if I recall. Hit it on lap 16. Nancy comes out just ahead of Wathen. So Wathen has been putting in some great laps here. These guys were fairly close together when Wathen came in for a stop. So nice job from Wathen to run well here after his first stop. Taylor is in now, so see what Taylor elects to do here. Looks like he's got a little bit of front end damage. This Taylor has it repaired. 16.4 seconds, and he's out on the softs.
Yeah, on the softs, and by his own admission, he's taking it a lap longer to the end of the race than he said he would. So a little bit of inside knowledge there on that specific strategy for that. Didn't want to give it away.
So Parsons now moves up to second. So gap between Samard and Taylor is 29, just about 30 seconds. So that stop from Samard is going to be right around what, 15 seconds or so?
That's kind of what we've seen, yeah.
So this is going to be, as Parsons gets a wrong over to the chicane. It's going to be close.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, it was that distance that we saw, right? Taylor behind Samard, plus whatever pace Samard might have in the thing. That's, you know.
We're past halfway. We got 10 cars on the lead lap. Let's see.
And Parsons in. And right now it'll be...
Let's see, that's Lemansky can beat out Parsons out of the pits. This is going to be close. Walwick does a good job letting them pass. Quick stop for Parsons. Oh, he's away, but he loses position to Lemansky and Wathen. So Parsons going to rejoin in fifth. His teammate may actually... No, take that back. That's going to be behind him.
Interesting. I don't have a lot of time to lose, really. Parsons back on the hards.
And Wathen has gotten past Kevin Lemansky.
Oh, wow. What? Yeah, well, you mentioned it, Al. He had done a lot of work on lap time, hadn't he? Prior to his stop.
A little bit of damage to the front of Lemansky's car. I gotta wonder if there was some contact there. Yeah, a little bit of damage to Wathen's as well.
Yeah.
Wathen, I believe, came in around lap 16 or something like that, so he should be doing any time now. Gotta keep an eye on that gap between Samard and Taylor. If Taylor can start to somehow chew into lead as LeBron now sets his personal best lap of the race after getting his damage repaired on soft tires. Somehow eat into Samard's lead. 130.3 last time by. 130.3 for Samard last time by. That's not going to get it done.
That was exactly the point I was going to make. We're going to see both these guys, but in particular, really, it's going to be up to Samard because he has the breathing room, Samard. And so it's really up to Taylor to make up the time, right? And Samard only needs to cover it. But yeah, it's going to be a fascinating time, head-to-head lap battle. In as Houston exits.
Can't stop here. 9. Let's see, this is Ian's second stop. 13.7 for Ian. Well, that should be what we see from Samard right around there.
So Wathen hasn't hit it yet, but I thought Wathen was running with the Parsons-Lemansky group.
He was.
Did I get?
He was. He's been flying.
Yeah, but he hasn't made a stop yet, right?
Yeah, he hit it on lap 16.
Well, it's a short pit road, so maybe he lost just a little bit of time when I wasn't looking. But I figured he'd be like on Parsons, coming out on his bumper, but he's going to be spending more time than that. Gap's only 10 seconds.
Ekman now up to 7th. On the hards has yet to stop. Moses has come in on lap 27, so he's good to go to the end. Now, how long is Ekman going to run this one out?
Battle of Wathan versus Ekman on the longest 4 stops, I guess.
So no doubt Ekman happy to see Moses out of his way after Moses getting into the stop.
Oh, God.
And Ekman just sets his personal best lap of the race.
He needs to, man. I'm not ashamed to say I have quit a race once coming out behind a guy who was stuck behind for, more than 20 laps.
Smart sets his personal best lap of the race. Actually, race best 29.6.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needs to do. Taylor, like I say, Taylor needs to match, but we assume Samard's going to have the pace, right? Well, you can't be holding back now. It's nip and tuck between those two.
Better remember, though, Samard still has to make a stop, and you got lap cars in the mix here.
I think he's okay. Samard's going to make the stop should be faster than Taylor. So you're looking at maybe 12 seconds or something like that. I think he's got Taylor covered as of this moment.
You're right, Brad. Samard, our winner last week at Laguna Seca, winning by 30 seconds. Over Ian Parsons in second. Actually, no, I think it was Taylor.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
No, it was Taylor.
As they run on track, however, the top 5 positions as they run, all members of different teams. So one part of their team, 5 individual teams in there. So that's interesting. Good battle night. Good mix of teams in the fight here tonight. Good to see.
Wathan really stretching this one out here. 19 laps into this stint, he's still going here on the softs.
And just turned his best lap. So not lacking for pace is John Wathan at this point.
It's shaping up to be a great finish here. Ekman, they may be the only two.
Ekman and Wathan, I believe, yeah.
I don't think Rolf has pitted. And
okay.
Ekman is in. Behind him. What else is diving in the pits here? Leave Samard in, sorry. Alright, let's see where Samard comes out.
Yeah, I'm assuming that he will jump
away.
Taylor.
Oh, there you go. And 13.2 second stop. DeGraw comes out just ahead of Samard.
Okay, well that could make...
Coming up on some traffic here.
Could make things a little interesting. I don't think DeGraw will get involved necessarily in that way, but Taylor's going to have a shot here. He's going to keep it close. We expect Samard to have pace, but you know what? Still a handful of laps to run at an extremely difficult track where anything possible could happen. So I think this one's still up in the air, Al.
There's a gap, 4.4 seconds between Samard and Taylor. Watson just set his best lap of 30.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're on the last car on the lead lap. Around 3.7 seconds. So Taylor, tires are already warmed up the temperature. It's going to take a lap or two for them to come together.
It's more or less good to go. But man, even just working that traffic, you're right. It could allow Taylor to catch up. Just if Mark does even dive out of the way, just being held up for 0.3 of a second, being careful, could make a difference.
Ekman came, as Watson comes into the pit. So Ekman and DeGraw lets Samard pass. Ekman rejoins after his stop ahead of Moses, well ahead of Moses.
Man, what a stud. What a drive, really, by Ekman. I mean, I almost think that's as impressive as anything else. He's back there for 20-some laps, 25, 27. Oh my God. Really impressive.
Now he's putting the heat on DeGraw in that 10th spot. Taylor coming up on these guys. That's 2.7 seconds. Moses rejoined on the hards, Rolf behind him on the softs.
Yeah, it was lap 28 for Taylor, and he really did push the boundary of the softs. Now actually, this will come into play. Those softs for Matt Taylor will be going away, and there will be an advantage there for Philippe Samard as we get a little deeper into the spin. This is actually a true thing that'll happen.
We'll probably lose some time here to these guys.
Yeah, Samard didn't lose much, but he is coming up now on a battle between Myers and Feemster. Both those guys, I'm sure, will try to give room, but it's a little bit more difficult with a couple guys that are in a direct fight. With the set, of course, the blue flags do pop up early and often, so that is one very nice thing about this. Sim?
Lap 37 to 51, so plenty of time left in this one.
Myers going to gain a little bit over Jake Feemster, finding a slightly better place to let Philippe through.
Rolf looking to get past Chris Moses. Rolf on the side. Oh! Tags the inside retaining wall. Yep.
expect that to go out a little bit with that Matt Taylor coming up on the same traffic. Smart, of course, got through.
By Jake. Putting the heat on second place driver in the championship. Ahead of these guys, you have Jake and Greg Myers going at it. Oh, Jake loops it. Contained spin. Good job keeping it off the wall.
Yeah, I missed it. Darn it. Need a bit of excitement to wake me up.
So clear track ahead for both Samard and Taylor. So Taylor can chew into that gap. 11 laps remaining.
Yeah, so it was Lawton was some 10 seconds out when he was in third place. Of Lemansky comes out some 15 seconds behind, but retains 5th place, right? The thing, of course, you know, sometimes I go a little cuckoo. I had obviously not noted Watson was making the 2-stop strategy, right? Where, of course, Lemansky and Parsons had made the 1-stop. A little confused in my brain.
So Parsons out on the hards. And Watson is on the soft tire, so as is Lemansky on the hard. So keep an eye on the gap there between Watson and Parsons. Ekman and DeGraw have now closed the gap up on Gregory Myers. Myers and Ekman are teammates.
Yeah, and got the Gregory Myers situation again. So, you guys expecting any more positions are going to have to just find a way to do that. And Mark DeGraw has been here for I don't know the last 10 laps so far.
Greg is on the hard tire. His pace is going to be a little less than the two guys behind him.
If you are those guys, you take that as a positive, right? Well, it gives me a bit more of an opportunity to get past anyway.
Jake not far behind these guys. So, four-way battle for 8th. Joe LaCour has given up a position. He is falling now down a lap. Matt Taylor coming up on Joe LaCour.
Yeah, margin's a little too close to help protect her teammate Ian Joe LaCour, right? In the competition index, unfortunately. Got to go. I'm liking that whopping 5th place as well.
Yeah, let's look at his lap times here. 41, 9, 7, last couple laps, 5, 6. Running around in the 31s the last 2 times around. So Lawton, even though he's on the softs, not making up much ground on Parsons.
It is really looking like it's not super hairy on this car. It looks like even guys are able to manage to not scrape too many walls to the normal course of things. I just, haven't seen much of it. A bit here and there.
Yeah, that guy's definitely doing a much better job than previous seasons, some of these cars.
I mean, come on. And some of those cars just impossible. 49, whatever. And, you turn the wheel one way and the car goes the other, right?
That's a good point. Oh, still with his hands full here, Moses not letting them pass. We'll follow the leader here between Myers and Gronick.
The battle on track right now, and I don't know how these guys are going to find a way past, because DeGraw is going to be taking something out of his soft tires, no question about that.
Yeah, Ekman's should last a bit longer. He ran it very deep, so he'll probably have a little bit more pace there near the end.
Championship points, of course, for DeGraw, but I have to say, nonetheless, he's shown pretty remarkable patience and resilience, kind of just getting back what positions he possibly could. Didn't let the moment kind of overwhelm him, go crazy, right? Really kept his head in the game and has done what he could do from his spot, kind of getting hosed like that. Taylor not making big inroads, not even really looking like he's trying to, but doing a great job holding his pace, I would say. I mean, no reason why a guy up front can't make a mistake.
Yeah, he may just be content where he is in P2. So why push the issue? You're leading the championship. You're gonna pick up 20 points here, finish in second. Philippe's gonna pick up some ground on you, but
yeah, not too much. It was a slow start for Philippe Samard, so Matt's got a few points he can give away at this point, or let slip away, I guess you could say.
Running order as we work lap 44. It's Samard out front. 5 seconds over second place Matt Taylor. All the stops are done. Kevin Lemansky running quietly in third, all by himself. Aaron Parsons running in fourth. Got about a 6-second gap over John Lawton in fifth. John Houston, last car in the lead lap, running in sixth. Followed by Ian Jolicoeur in seventh. Greg Myers, watching these guys most of the night, running eighth. Raw in ninth. Ekman in 10th. Deemster in 11th. It seems like he's got his hands full with that car. Light the stick. Moses now running in 12th. Sam Rolfe is falling off a bit. He's running in 13th. Ricky Chiordia running 14th. Chuck Carter back in 15th. Omar in 16th. And Dale Baldwick. Last car running.
retirements, and basically we had those 3 retirements within the first 10 laps, right? So you guys are doing a great job. Boy, you know, looking back, is that Taylor did get involved, right? I mean, how much time did he lose there on the first or second lap? Or it was early. Right? I mean, it had to have been 3, 4, 5 seconds. So maybe, you know, it's kind of rare, especially at a track like this where the margins kind of get that close by the end, and in a car like this too.
Greg just ran his best lap, 32.3. The guys behind him, yeah, 32. I thought they could run quicker.
I don't think there's any question they can run quicker. But if you're Greg, you're going to fight it now as the laps leak away here. You're going to start to do more than that. You're going to defend a bit if you have to, right? Eighth place, no joke, and some desperately needed points. Let's not forget the amount of laps Greg put in around here. Look, Greg's the type of guy that he planned on running this pace. He's going to run to a particular pace he knows that he can manage, and he's going to manage it for those amount of laps. This is what we're seeing.
Yeah, these guys, I'm surprised. The ground not able to close up. This is where Ian was getting a lot of guys here through the tunnel into the chicane. He was really doing a good job on the sauce versus the other guys on the hards, really hanging with them, entering the tunnel and able to get a run on them at the braking zone into the chicane. But, oh, as Ekman has a look on the inside of the garage.
Almost an impossible place to manufacture something, but it almost happened.
It almost paid out. But
Feemster now makes it a 4-way. So it turns out we're going to have a little excitement toward the end after all, and Mueller has actually closed a little bit of distance there. Take him back about a second.
Smart running in on some traffic here. The gap's now was 5, a little bit now down to 4. Always a tricky spot to let somebody through the tunnel. Has caught up to the back of Moses once again. I think it looks like Greg is starting to stretch it out a little bit here. Oh, what happened to Jake? Oh, he continues to struggle. Mr. Grar is dealing a little bit with Ekman now. Racing with his rear view mirror.
Yeah, it's a fight. There's no question about it. Maybe Joel was content for a while to kind of follow the leader, see how it shook out with the position in front, but no more. I mean, look, the laps are closing down, and if you're going to take your chances, you wait for a guy to make a mistake. If it doesn't happen, and you still want the position, try to take it, right? And that's perfect. That's exactly the way you should race it. That's exactly what we've seen. Joel Ekman been as patient as the day is long, Al, and now it's
Matt Taylor with an issue.
Uh-oh. Car's still running.
Matt Taylor with a problem. It looks like he might have got into it with Chuck Carter. We saw some contact there, but yep, he is back running, still in second. This is going to give Samar certainly some breathing room, but Yeah, definitely some damage. So looks like he may have gotten caught up with Chuck. That should seal it there for Samard.
Yeah, I think so.
Now just 4 seconds up on Walken.
Yeah, Walken's been closing in. Steady but sure.
Heckman having another look at the crowd.
Yeah, he's looking every place he possibly can. He's definitely trying to make something happen. I've been enjoying the action watching from Teamsters on board up there in front. Got a pretty good opportunity to shouldn't jinx it out, but we got 6 on the lead lap.
Yeah, Houston, the last car running.
Yeah, good call there, Boost Beef, on the hairpin chicken, or the Nouveau chicken.
Heckman on the inside of the at the hairpin. Sorry, at the chicane. We got a great exit. Ooh, but Heckman may lose out to Jake. No. They sort themselves back out. Oh, you have to take a look at some point. What do you think, Brad?
Oh, hey, bravo to all these guys, and they're dicing in traffic, but they're doing the right thing. They're giving each other room, Al. They aren't like trying to complete stupid attempts, right? Or getting some like stupid attempt wrong completely. No, this is great stuff. Perfect, especially in the dying laps of a race here.
Lap and a half or so to go. Only benefiting Greg at the moment as he's quite a bit of distance between these three.
A little bit of breathing room needed, really. I mean, even for Myers.
Beckman gets another look here. Not going to happen. We have one more opportunity.
Jake Feemster now does rub the wall. Not going to help his late race chances here. Should still be able to make a decent pace if he hasn't got too many yellow body panels.
Jake on the inside at turn 1. Nothing there for Jake. While our race leader going through the tunnel into the chicane for the final time. Some lap traffic just ahead of these guys. Good job. Samard. Right through the piscine. Ekman, not close enough. Is Jake going to have a run? Oh, Jake cooks it. Going into the chicane. Meanwhile, Samard takes the win here at Monaco. 2 in a row. Taylor's going to bring it home in second. See what these guys can do. Greg's going to hang on to 8th. That's nothing there. Ekman, one last dash. Can't get it done. Race for those guys. Meanwhile, Lemansky's going to come home in 3rd. Parsons takes 4th. Watson right there in 5th. Great run for John Watson. And John Houston's going to be your last car here on the lead lap. So great job by your top 6. And what a show put on by Myers, DeGraw, Ekman. All right, let's head back to the pits here, see if we can talk to our race winner for the 2nd straight week. Philippe, do you copy?
Hey guys.
Wow, 2 weeks in a row. What a run you had tonight. And interesting how strategies played out here this evening. But really, you put down, let's start with qualifying. You put down a great lap there. And Lemansky came out and just nearly clipped you there. He was 0.08 of a second off. And then times really got really tight. And then you went out and put down a couple more fast laps, and then into the race. We were kind of wondering what your strategy was going to be, with a 1 or 2 stop. You elected to do a 2 stop here tonight, and it was a lot closer than I think we expected after the stops completed between you and Matt.
Yeah, quality was a lot closer than I expected. I had a few low 28s in practice offline, so I knew I could do them. I knew there was a 27 in the car, but you just can't put a good lap in sometimes. So yeah, that was really close in qualifying. If no, the strategy was very dependent on where you end up and what the guys beyond are doing. I knew if I was ahead, I would go on a 2 stop no matter what the guys behind were doing, and worked out well. I have to say, Matt, I think he had a better pace than me in the race, because my pace on the hard, long, and softs, it was slower than what he did today. So I think Matt had a superb race today.
Yeah, I know that you had passed along a little pre-race information to me, and I was going to make note that the time gaps you suspected, Matt Taylor was not quite following that script, so it had to come as a little bit of a surprise. But in the end, you were able to get the gap and then manage the traffic the rest of the way. But now it's going to be 40 kilos, and moving on to more of a power type track where you're definitely going to want a higher top speed. Are you a little concerned now with the 40 kilograms? Haven't seen that amount of weight on the car yet this season. Do you expect it to be a problem?
Yeah, it's going to hold us back. And you've seen today, with plenty of cars finishing the race, this car is so much easier to drive than the last 2 seasons. So you can expect Mark and Matt to finish races and finish top 5, even with 40 kilos. So it's going to be difficult for me to climb back in the championship, because eventually I'm going to stop winning races with weights. So I can't climb back 2 points per race on them. So I'm going to need them to trip at some point during the season to get back at them, I think.
Well, it was a superb job you put in tonight, and pretty interesting. Traffic looked like you managed traffic pretty well. I think Matt at one point got caught up, but looked like all the guys did a good job.
They did a great job. Honestly, it's incredibly difficult to let people by here. I think I had one moment where I was hesitant on which way to go, but other than that, everybody did a great job, I think.
Well, congratulations, Philippe, once again, and good luck next week at Spa.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night. All right, Brad. Another Monaco round in the books. Let's see, this one went 78 minutes. Sometimes it can be torture, but it was not tonight. It was a pretty entertaining race.
It really was, and you know what? All the major teams vying, here early in the championship, all kind of held together. One teammate generally finished up toward the front, the other one struggled, but everybody kind of kept it together. So there weren't any like team disasters, right? with one or both guys really going out and disrupting that fight. So it was an intriguing race from a lot of different angles tonight, and of course the battle for the lead was pretty intense all the way to the end. Hey, what more could you want from Monaco? It was good night tonight.
It certainly was, and we'll be back next week for round number 5 from Spa. Same time, 9 p.m. Eastern, so hopefully you guys can join us for that. Until then, we'll be this Thursday at the Red Bull Ring, or A1 Ring, formerly known as, running the GT1 cars there. So I think Moses will be back in the booth Thursday night with Jack. So hopefully you guys can tune in for that. Until next week, thanks, Brad, and thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a great night.